The two of them left the room with their arms around each other. As soon as they left, the room exploded. Kong Sheng hugged his muscular arms and said with an unhappy look on his face, "This Zhang Yi is too arrogant. He hasn't even joined our team yet, but he's already acting so high and mighty. If he really comes or even becomes the captain, wouldn't he be so arrogant?" Kong Sheng's words made everyone nod their heads in agreement. Meng Siyu held her chin in anger. "If he joins the investigation team, I will apply to be transferred to other teams. Everyone knew that Meng Siyu said this in anger. The configuration of each team is determined by the top management, so it is not so easy to change. Qi Guangming, the sharpshooter who had been silent all the time, suddenly spoke up. "You said, if we don't report his affairs to the region, then he won't be able to become our captain, right?" Once this was said, it was earth-shattering. It's not because other people didn't think of this idea, but no one dared to say such a thing easily. Knowing and not reporting, concealing important information, if this matter is found out, it will be a serious crime. If it harms the interests of the top management of the region, it may even be executed as a traitor. Zhang Yi took Bailey Changqing away from the team members' sanatorium. The two went to the next door and found a quiet room, which happened to be a billiard room for entertainment on weekdays. Zhang Yi leaned on the table and put away the arrogant smile on his face. His eyes fell on Bailey Changqing's face. His eyes were sharp. "Brother Bailey, do you support me to be the captain?" Bailey Changqing heard this, and a hidden dark light flashed in the depths of his eyes. He smiled and said, "You have made such a great contribution. You will be chosen by the higher-ups without my support." Zhang Yi nodded. "That's right. As long as you report my contribution truthfully and with my current strength, the higher-ups will definitely appoint me as the captain." Bailey Changqing took a deep breath through his nose. "Although I don't want to discourage you, this matter may not be as simple as you think. In the Jiangnan region, there are only 6 special investigation teams like ours. Each one is a team composed of the most elite mutants after layers of screening. Especially the selection of the captain is so strict that it is outrageous. Although you have made great contributions, you are a newcomer after all," Bailey Changqing said, scratching the back of his head with his hand, and smiled with a simple face. "Of course, it's not impossible. I'm just afraid that you have too high expectations, so I'm giving you a shot in advance." Zhang Yi smiled faintly. "That's really troublesome for you. But I have this confidence that I can be your captain." Bailey Changqing couldn't hold it back. He looked at Zhang Yi. "Zhang Yi, can I ask you a question? What is your current strength?" "It's only stronger than Bian Junwu." Zhang Yi gave the answer directly before he finished speaking. "Now he has a more powerful ability, which is no less than Bian Junwu's destruction, and it is a perfect ability without side effects. So at this time, he has surpassed Bian Junwu in terms of comprehensive combat power." Bailey Changqing was stunned for a moment. Then a look of "as expected" appeared on his face. He subconsciously clenched his fist, but soon loosened it. He looked at Zhang Yi and smiled. "Perhaps you have now reached the level of the Epsilon mutant. In this case, you are indeed capable of becoming our captain." Epsilon, mutants of this level can no longer be guessed by common sense. So if Zhang Yi is in existence of this level, even if he has many problems, he is definitely qualified to be the captain. Zhang Yi thought about it, shook his head and said, "It shouldn't be that level yet." Bian Junwu said that Delta is a watershed in the level of mutants. There is a very obvious difference in the middle, that is, whether or not they have the ability of co-devouring. But the distinction between the other levels is vague. Generally, the professional scientific institutions of the major forces make the division according to the strength of the ability. Otherwise, only the mutants of the Epsilon level can judge the level of the ability of this realm. But Zhang Yi judged based on his experience that he definitely could not reach that standard at this time. After all, Yuan Kongye, who had just been promoted to the Epsilon realm, showed a power that could destroy the world. Bailey Changqing heard Zhang Yi say this and smiled. "The more you say this, the more confident you seem." Zhang Yi saw a hint of desolation on Bailey Changqing's face. If Zhang Yi's strength was similar to his, he could still fight for the captain's position. But now, He knew in his heart that his strength was far inferior to Zhang Yi's. Zhang Yi was young and powerful. If Zhang Yi got promoted, he might never have the chance to become a captain in his life. But at this moment, Zhang Yi showed a meaningful smile. "Why, you give up just like that?" Baili Changqing frowned and asked in surprise, "What do you mean by that?" Zhang Yi waved his hand. "Okay, stop pretending. Don't you really want to be the captain yourself?" Baili Changqing laughed. "Look at what you said. Maybe it's true that I had this idea at the beginning, but..." He looked more serious and stared at Zhang Yi seriously. "The investigation team needs a strong leader. You are more qualified than me." The investigation team is a team walking on the edge of life and death. Although they are all elite, they dare not claim to be invincible in this doomsday. In order to maintain the order of the entire Jiangnan region, they often need to face some unknown existence. They once sent off several teammates in person. Even in the Battle of Tianhai City, even their most powerful captain died. At this time, the idea of struggling for power and profit can exist, but it must never override the life and death of the collective. Zhang Yi said, "Things are not what you think. In fact, my contribution to killing Yuan Kongye this time is not the biggest." He looked at Baili Changqing's eyes seriously and said word by word, "It's your investigation team." Baili Changqing's body shook violently, with an incredible expression in his eyes. In fact, although their mission was completed this time, they were hit hard by the death of Bian Junwu and the fact that Zhang Yi took the top credit. But Zhang Yi actually said that they were the biggest contributors to the success of this operation? "Zhang Yi, what do you mean? Everyone knows that it was you who killed Yuan Kongye. Otherwise, we would have no way to deal with a mutant of Ypsilon's level." Zhang Yi said to Baili Changqing calmly, "But without you, I alone would have no way to defeat her. The most crucial thing is Bian Junwu's contribution, and the existence of the investigation team itself is an important force to restrain the Bai Shui cult. If it weren't for the fact that they were still in Tianhai City, Yuan Kongye would have started a large-scale purge of other forces long ago." Of course, Zhang Yi deliberately said this to Baili Changqing for his own purpose. In his heart, he still thought that he was flying. Yuan Kongye's death was due to the side effects of the superpowers belonging to Captain Bian in her body, and I just picked up a bargain. In general, Captain Bian Junwu should be the first-class hero, so I hope that my credit can be credited to him. Baili Changqing was shocked. He couldn't believe his ears at all. The disaster level in Tianhai City this time can even be evaluated as the highest A-level crisis at present. Zhang Yi is the biggest hero. If he goes to the Jiangnan district, the top leaders will definitely give him a very generous reward. The supplies, women, housing, genetic drugs, and reputation in Blizzard City were all within his reach. But Zhang Yi gave up so easily. Baili Changqing was not stupid. After being shocked, he quickly thought about the reason for this matter in his mind. Not long after, he suddenly realized and said to Zhang Yi, "You don't want to go to the Jiangnan district headquarters?" Zhang Yi stared at Baili Changqing, and the smile on his mouth became even stronger. He hugged his shoulders, sat on the billiard table, and smiled. "It's convenient to deal with smart people. That's right, I don't want to go to that Blizzard City." Baili Changqing was a little surprised, but when he thought about Zhang Yi's living conditions in Tianhai City, he felt it was understandable. The living conditions in that shelter were better than most areas in Blizzard City. The most important thing was that it belonged to Zhang Yi's territory. It's better to be the head of a chicken than the tail of an ox. He was the king in Tianhai City, but once he went to the Jiangnan district, no matter how high his level was, he would eventually be someone else's subordinate. I understand. You came to us today in the hope that we can help you conceal the truth of this incident, so as to avoid being summoned by the Jiangnan region, right? Zhang Yi did not admit it readily. To negotiate, you must take the initiative in your own hands. Otherwise, the other party will definitely push forward and make more demands. So Zhang Yi crossed his arms with a sneer on his face. Not entirely. I don't have any resistance to Blizzard City. To be honest, Bian Junwu once suggested that I go there to try my luck, and I was quite tempted at first. But seeing how hard you guys fought for your lives, I am a little hesitant. So try not to go if you can. But Zhang Yi's eyes flashed with cold light, staring straight at Bailey Changqing, and a sense of oppression suddenly rose from Bailey Changqing's heart. Zhang Yi said word by word, "If I really go to Blizzard City, I must seek a captain's position. There are only a handful of captain-level mutants. Once Bian Junwu died, Bailey Changqing's ability was barely enough to take on this position. But if Zhang Yi goes to fight, Bailey Changqing's chance will be slim. After all, his strength is far from being comparable to that of Zhang Yi now." Zhang Yi came over and patted Bailey Changqing's heavy shoulder. He said to Bailey Changqing meaningfully, "I am very hesitant now. It's okay to go, but it's better not to go. But it's not easy for me to make a choice about this matter. After all, I have difficulty making choices. So let you make this choice for me. Oh no, it's better to say, do you choose to be the captain of the investigation team or continue to be your deputy captain?